Hello students, once again welcome to my class. This is Pradeep sir for you. In the previous class, we have learned about the perfect cubes. We also know how to find the cube of any given number. We also know how to check whether a given number is a perfect cube or not. And if it is a perfect cube, then it is a perfect cube of which number we can easily find. We also know that if a number is not a perfect cube, then by what number it should be multiplied or by which number it should be divided so that it will become a perfect cube. So today I shall show you how to find the cube root of any positive number or any negative perfect cube. So this is the last part of this chapter, cube and cube root. So let me show you some examples, then we'll solve some problems also. If x is a perfect cube, then its cube root is written as, suppose if x is a perfect cube, then cube root of x is written as in case of square root, here it is 2, but usually we don't write 2, but in case of cube root we have to like that. Understood? So let me show this with help of some example. We know that 8 is a perfect cube because 8 is written as product of 2 into 2 into 2. So if we have to find the cube root of 8, then it is usually written as cube root of 8 and its value is written like this, 2 into 2 into 2, or since it is forming a triplet, then only one number out of the triplet will come out and the result will be 2. Similarly, 27 is also a perfect cube. So cube root of 27 is written as cube root of this, we have to resolve into factors. So it will be 3 into 3 into 3, or simply since it is forming a triplet, then one member of the triplet will come out and the answer will be 3. So in cube and cube root, to find the cube root, first and the important thing is to find the number as the product of prime factors. Express the given number as product of prime factors. We have to find the cube root of 64. So the first step is to find the prime factors, means express 64 as product of prime factors. So we can write these in this form: 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So here we can see that complete triplets are formed. Two set of triplets are formed. So the first rule is to express the given number, here 64 is the given number, as the product of prime factors. The second step is to form the triplets. The third step is to take one member from each triplet. So here 2 is forming a triplet, take 1 2 from here and one more 2 from the second triplet. So we are getting the answer as 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. Therefore we can say that the cube root of 64 is 4. Understood? Let me give one more example. 729. We have to find the cube root of 729. So in the same way, let us resolve 729 into prime factors. First of all, we have to express 729 as the product of primes by factorizing it. So this can be written as cube root of 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Here also we are getting two triplets of equal product, that is 3. So according to the rule, one member from each triplet will come out. So this will be 3 multiplied by 3, that is 9. So 9 is the cube root of 729. Now let me give you some bigger numbers. Three, 3, 7, 5. We have to find the cube root of 3375. So 3375 to be resolved into prime factors. 3, 1, 1, 2, 5. 3, it is 3, 7, 5. Again by 3 it is 1, 2, 5. Then 5, 25, 5 is 5. So it can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 5. Therefore we can say that the prime factors of 3375 are forming set of two triplets. According to the rule, one member from each triplet will come out. So it will be 3 from this triplet and 5 from this triplet. So they will be multiplied. The 3 5s are 15. 15 is the answer. That is 15 is the cube root of 3375. Understood? Nice. Just quickly go through the process. Now, if a negative number is given to us, then how to find its cube root? If A is a positive number, then minus A is negative. For example, if A equals to 2, we all know 2 is a positive number. So if A equals to 2, then minus A equals to minus 2. So that is negative number. Now suppose if a negative number is given to us, how to find its cube root? So cube root of a negative number minus A is written in this form. Cube root of minus A is equals to, it is written in this form, and it is also written as, this negative sign can be taken out of the root, so it can be written as minus of cube root of a. If minus a is a perfect cube of negative number, then cube root of minus a is the cube root, and it is also written as minus of cube root of a. Let me give one example. Let me give you one example to show this. Suppose minus 1000, minus 1000. We all know 1000 is a perfect cube, and minus 1000 is given to us. We have to find the cube root. So how to write this? Then this can be written in this form, cube root of minus 1000, and this can also be written in the form of minus of cube root of 1000. Now since there are 3 zeros, so 1000 can also be written as 10 into 10 into 10. So we can write minus cube root of 10 into 10 into 10. That is 1000 can be expressed as product of triplets of equal factors. So according to the rule, one member of the triplet will come out, so it will be minus 10. Therefore minus 10 is the cube root of minus 1000. So it is clear from the above result that cube root of negative number is also negative. Cube root of minus 216. So this can also be written as minus of cube root of 216. Now after resolving this 216 into prime factors, is 208, 254, by 2 is 27, by 3 is 9, 3 is 3. So it can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So they are forming triplets of equal factors. So one member from each triplet will come out. So this negative sign first, and then 2 multiplied by 3. So minus 6 is the answer. Now let me give you one more example, that is cube root of minus 1331. Now I can solve this by keeping the negative side inside also. We all know that 1331 is a perfect cube of 11. That is, if we multiply 11 3 times, 11 into 11 into 11, we will get 1331. So it can be written in this form also. Minus 11 into minus 11 into minus 11. So the one member, since it is forming a triplet, one member will come out of the triplet. Therefore the answer will be minus 11. In this way we can find the cube root of negative number also. So either you keep the negative sign inside, or you take the negative sign outside, as it is done in this sum. We'll get the result. Now I'll show you how to find the cube root of fractions. Like it is given as cube root of 125 upon 216. So here, first of all, resolve these 125 and 216 into prime factors. So 125 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5, and 216 can be resolved into prime factor as 2, so it will be 108, by 2 it is 54, by 2 is 27, by 3 is 9, and by 3 is 3. So it can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now they are all forming triplets of equal factors, 5 into 5 into 5. So one member from the triplet will come out on the numerator, and here also in the denominator there are two triplets. One member from each triplet will come out. So from here 2 multiplied by 1, 3 from here. So the answer will be 5 upon 6. Therefore the cube root of 125 upon 216 is 5 upon 6. One negative fraction, that is minus 512 upon 343. The cube root of this one we have to find. So if you resolve 512, then we'll get 8 multiplied by 3 times. Or we can also find the prime factors and then do. In that case, first of all, take the negative sign outside. Write in this form. 512 by 343. Sometimes you will find that a given number can be expressed as the product of two triplets, and if that given number is negative, then if you put the negative sign inside for both the triplets, then your answer will become positive. I want to say that if you write 216 minus 216 in this way, minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 3 into minus 3, and if you take one member from each triplet, then minus 2 into minus 3 will become plus 6, which is wrong. We cannot keep like that. So it is it is advisable to take this negative sign out always before finding the cube root. Whether it is there is only one triplet or two triplets, so every time if negative number is there, take it outside and then resolve into prime factors. Hope you have understood this point. So here also, I shall get so many prime factors of 512. So that's why I am taking the negative sign outside and then resolving 512 into prime factors. So 512, if it is resolved in prime factors, then it will produce 2 into 2 into 2. 2 will come 9 times. Two will come 9 times, and 343, it is 7 into 7 into 7. Now according to the rule, one member from each triplet will come out. So there are 3 triplets, so 2 into 2 into 2 will come out. Similarly from the denominator, one member will come out, that is 7 will come out. So it will be minus 8 upon 7, which is also written as minus 1 upon 7 in mixed fraction. Thus we can also find the cube root of positive fractions, negative fractions. Hope you have understood the whole thing. This is the end of this chapter. Cube and cube root is much more easier. and after solving so many sums, I think it is much clear to you how to do the sums. So next day we will start another chapter. Till then, practice these sums and have a nice day. Goodbye.